My name is John Hasty. I'm the Director of Facilities for the Association of Village Council Presidents. Well, there was a need identified by the company to create a records retention schedule. Of course, we have many programs that require, by either the terms of the grant or state law or federal law, that we retain records for certain periods of time. Typically, it's anywhere from a few years to upwards of 7 to 10 years that we have to maintain records for our different programs. So what was identified was needs of space, and one of our biggest properties for AVCP is the former fish plant. We've been referring to it as a facilities management center, or a central storage center for AVCP. And we basically consolidated all of the records from throughout the organization into the central storage facility, and hired a team to specifically tackle the records project. A former employee, Jim Cole, he's done similar projects for other organizations. So we decided to bring him on, as well as about half a dozen other summer hires, to not only move the records from their office space where it was getting crowded and other miscellaneous storage locations throughout the organization into the centralized storage facility. So at that point, once we consolidated all of our records, put together a team to tackle the project, we spent a good portion of the summer going through our records, and based on our records retention schedule that was put together by our AVCP legal team, we started to destroy documents that needed destroyed, and started saving documents that needed saved. So we ended up with a records management program, if you will, where we have a central location for records to go in and trash to go out, and the records that we need to maintain get stored appropriately. So a result of our shredding process is this mountain of shred material. The next process is to burn this shred, so the documents are completely destroyed. There's a lot of sensitive information, dates of birth, social security numbers, program files, and we want to make sure that they're destroyed appropriately per our records retention schedule. The next step, so we don't end up with a large pile of shredded paper, is to cross-hatch shred the documentation, so we don't have to go through the second step of burning our material. But this is the result of about 2.5 months of shredding paper. So this is the result of the documentation, paperwork that did not or was not shredded. So this is the documentation for our different programs that were required to keep documents for. Some are a few years, some are 5 years, some are 7 years. And as the records retention project continues forward, we'll purge the old documents, bring in the new documents, and everything basically kind of shifts over for that next phase of the records project.